Hey friends, it's Jenna and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am a full-time clothing and fashion reseller. I sell primarily on Poshmark as well as eBay, and I share my tips and tricks, kind of my journey through reselling on this channel as well as on my Instagram, which is @EmptyHanger. So in today's video, I want to talk about something I've been getting asked quite frequently lately, and it is about cost of inventory. Specific questions about what I spend on inventory, but also you guys are concerned you're spending too much or not enough on your inventory. And while it's kind of a tricky situation, I am going to go through my best practices and kind of what I use in my business that helps me make buying decisions. So let's go ahead and get into the video. First things first, you do have to decide how much you feel comfortable investing in your inventory. So whether that be, on the lower end, on the higher end, it's totally up to you. There is no right or wrong answer. It's just something that you need to kind of make a decision on in the beginning of how much you're willing to invest. But I'm going to share a general strategy that I use when I'm at the thrift store or picking up items to resell. I personally like to make 2 times the investment on my items. So, I want to get back double my money after fees. And I'm going to be using Poshmark today as a specific example because I'm going to go through a few items that I picked up at thrift stores, well, a couple different places, and I use the 2 times rule with Poshmark fees in mind. So Poshmark takes 20% off the final sale value of the item, and I just need to keep that in mind when I'm sourcing and spending money on inventory, that I also am going to have to give 20% to Poshmark. So the first thing I want to do is show you an example of something that I picked up, and I picked this up recently. I actually haven't even listed it yet. Well, maybe by the time this video is up, I'll have listed it. But it is going to be this graphic tee. It's a camouflage graphic tee. It is a Pure Barre t-shirt, which is like a workout class. These are really popular. I sell quite a few of these. Whenever I find them, I definitely pick them up. And for me, that being a fast seller is something that's going to influence my buying decision. I did spend $5 on this item, so some of you might be thinking, what? $5 on a t-shirt? That's way too much. Or I don't know, maybe some of you think it's a great deal. But what I know is I am going to list this item at $25. So I'm going to list this at $25 on Poshmark. I'm going to talk about in a different video how I decide how much I'm going to price things at, but for this video we're just going to keep it focused around inventory cost. So I'm going to list this at $25. That means Poshmark is going to take $5 off that sale value. So if I sell it at $25, then they're going to take $5 off, and I'm going to be left with $20, okay? And then I need to subtract the cost of the item. So I paid $5 for it. You subtract the 5 from the 20 and you get left with $15. So I would make $15 of profit if I sell this for full price at $25. And I paid $5, so selling it and getting $15 profit, that's actually 3 times my investment. So that kind of meets my general rule of thumb of making at least 2 times my investment, and I know this will sell fast. Like, I would guess this will sell in the first 2 weeks that I list it, maybe even faster. So that's the first item. Okay, the next item I'm going to talk about, and that item I got from the thrift store. So the next item I'm going to talk about is a pair of jeans, and I actually got these at a consignment store. So I got them at a local consignment store, which I do shop at from time to time. I will spend more money to make money, and that's along the same lines of how much are you willing to invest and how much do you have to invest, because if you do have more funds, you can obviously invest a little bit more. And the item that I am showing next is a pair of Madewell jeans, and they're like a distressed skinny jean. They're high rise. It's something that is really in season and in trend right now. Anything that's high rise, distressed, skinny, those are some great jeans to pick up. And the other factor is Madewell. Madewell is probably like the fastest selling denim brand for me on Poshmark right now, so I'm willing to pay a little bit more for these because I know they're going to sell fast, and they're probably going to sell for more money than other brands of jeans that I have. So I paid $16 at the consignment store for this pair of jeans, and again, you might be thinking, oh my gosh, that is way too much money. I probably wouldn't have paid $16 like back in the very beginning when I was first reselling. I wouldn't have been comfortable with it, but I've sold so many pairs of Madewell jeans and I know how much they go for that now I feel a lot more comfortable paying up for them. So let's go through the math again. So I have my cheat sheet because who does math in their head these days? But yeah, I paid $16. So I'm going to list these at $65. So again, we'll talk pricing in a different video, but I'm going to list them at $65. And then Poshmark, when I sell them at that price, is going to take their 20%. So they're going to take $15 off of that. And I'm going to be left with $50. So my earnings will be $50. But again, I paid $16 for these. So I need to subtract the $16 from the $50 and I am left with $34. So $34 of pure profit on these jeans, and that is definitely 2 times my investment. So again, it kind of meets that criteria of am I getting, I don't know, my money's worth, I guess, out of it. So yes, Madewell jeans, definitely a good one for me. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is retail arbitrage. And if you're not familiar, retail arbitrage is when you go out to a retail store and you're buying new merchandise, new with tags, to resell for a profit online. So very common places that this is done is like Nordstrom Rack, TJ Maxx, Marshalls. I've seen a lot of people do Ross lately. Just places like that that are kind of like a discount store. So I do have an item that I picked up from TJ Maxx during their last like clearance sale. It's called the yellow tag sale if you're not familiar. And I picked up this Kate Spade dress. So there's the Kate Spade tag, and you can see it is, sorry, I can't do this, new with tags. There you go. It retailed for $398. Wow. We all know retail prices don't really mean anything these days because stuff is always on sale. And I paid $29 for this on sale at TJ Maxx. And let's go ahead and do the math of how much I can potentially earn on this. So I'm going to list this dress at $120. Again, we'll talk pricing at another time. And Posh is going to take their 20%. When I sell the item, it's going to be $24 they're going to take, and I'm left with $96. Then I need to subtract out the cost of goods, so subtract out the $29, and I am left with $67 of pure profit, and that actually qualifies for my 2 times my investment kind of rule of thumb. And with retail arbitrage, I will say I am okay with not always doubling my investment. For me, retail arbitrage can be pretty easy as far as finding items, but also being able to buy multiple quantities. So if I find an item and I can find it in multiple sizes and list it, you know, that is super fast and super simple. It's usually easy to find item information because they're new with tags. You don't have to do as much research and spend as much time on that. So that kind of goes into it. And I even found recently there was a Adidas shirt that I had in my closet. I found a great deal on a really trendy Adidas shirt. It was in this like dusty rose mauve color that's super hot right now. I found a great deal online and I ordered I think 20 of them, and they got delivered straight to my house. The inventory came to me. I didn't even have to go anywhere, and I just had to create one listing with the multiple sizes that I had available, and then they were selling like that. So on that one, I actually only made 1 times my investment after fees, so I didn't make, you know, a huge profit, but it was super easy to get that stuff listed. I didn't even have to leave my house, and to me that's totally worth it. So I think it's good to mix up doing maybe retail arbitrage with thrifting or consignment or, you know, garage sales, estate sales, like whatever you can find, but it's going to be up to you again to decide how much you're willing to invest. So hopefully that was helpful for you to hear a little bit about my strategy, and maybe will help you to think while you're out there sourcing, okay, is this going to be worth my time, my effort, my energy? How much am I going to be making back after Poshmark or whatever platform you use takes their fees? But yeah, that's just, you know, kind of the rule of thumb that I use, and I know I didn't go through specifics pricing, but that is going to be in my next video. So make sure you are subscribed down below. Please hit the thumbs up button if you found this video helpful, and I'll see you soon. Bye.